In this week's episode, we have for you not one, not two, but three tablets. Three different sizes, different prices, and different operating system. I've not been keeping well. I've been popping a lot of tablets. But that's not the reason why we are reviewing tablets, because this week we have only tablets, tablets, and tablets. We'll start with Acer first. I have with me the Acer Iconia W4, predecessor to the W3. It's running on Windows' latest operating system 8.1. If you look at the tablet, it looks bulky and fat if you compare it with other tablets that are available in the market these days. It's made up of all plastic. Acer has tried to give it a brushed metal look, and on the sides you can see these silver grey color plastic. It's not metal either. So all plastic, very bombastic. The tablet is bright, the resolution is decent, and the viewing angles are good. The front of Iconia W4 tablet features an 8-inch screen surrounded by black color bezel. The display panel sits little raised on the frame. The bottom lip just below the display features a hardware button for directly going to the Windows Start screen. You have a 2-megapixel front camera and a 5-megapixel rear camera at the back. Micro SD card slot, micro HDMI port, volume rocker key, and a microphone. While the micro USB port, 2 stereo speaker outlets, and a 3.5mm audio jack are located at the bottom. Your bar and screen lock are at the top. W4's 1280x800 resolution IPS display is a huge improvement over the W3. The screen and whatever is there on the screen looks sharp and crisp. Most of the modern user interface apps run fine. You get only 51.9 GB out of the 64 GB that's available on the tab. Despite the power of Windows and Microsoft Office, it doesn't feel good and does not offer as useful an experience as Android or iOS. The rear camera on the W4 is average. Sure, you can click a few snaps when you are out in the natural light, but that's about it. Best part of the tablet without a doubt is its battery. On continuous video playback, it lasted us 8 hours. And now let's take a quick look at the specs of the Acer Iconia W4. So for the 64 GB version of the Acer Iconia W4, you will have to shell out only 26,999 rupees. For around the same price, you can consider the 16 GB iPad mini, 32 GB Nexus 7, the 2013 model, which would also give you the option of a SIM card slot. So, for the Windows experience, you can consider the Acer Iconia W4. Time now for the rating. On the Geekometer, we'll give this a 7, for Gen user a 6, and in style quotient, all plastic gets a 7 again. So from 8 inches, let's move to a tablet that would actually fit into your pocket. We're talking about a 7-incher here. I have with me the Xonpad 7 from a company called Oplus Technologies. You might not have heard of the company because this is the first time we are featuring a tablet from the company, and it's their first product. Xonpad 7, a small and compact tablet, and it's only available online. So the 7-inch tablet has an IPS display and a resolution of 1280x800 pixels. It's made up of all plastic, nothing great about the design, but at the same time, there's nothing bad either. Small, thin and compact. And yes, you get calling facility here. So you have SIM card slot here, micro SD card slot, volume rocker, power button, audio jack, all the regular stuff. New here is this escape button. Cool, but this just means that there's no home, back or option key on the front screen. The tablet is powered by a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor and a 1 GB of RAM, so multitasking is good and you can also play games. Web surfing was good, not much of a lag, apps open quick, and calling was also hassle-free. Typing we didn't enjoy that much, touch response was on the slower side. Talking about the specs of the Xonpad 7, so the Xonpad 7 is priced at Rs 9,990, available only online. It certainly offers some good specs and yes, that calling facility. Time now for the rating. On the Geekometer, we'll give this one a 7, for general user a 6, and on Style Quotient it gets a 6 again. And next up is a tablet from Asus. It's the Transformer T100. It's not just a tablet, it's a hybrid tab. Asus Transformer T100 is a 10.1-inch tablet with a keyboard dock. A full-size keyboard this is not, but all things considered, it's reasonably easy to type on, especially since certain important buttons like Enter, Shift and Backspace are generously sized. Still, the underlying panel feels a bit unsteady and the keys are quite noisy. The touchpad is small, however, you can use your Bluetooth mouse for a better experience. Now I can safely say that this one looks like a netbook. In fact, you can work on it like a netbook. I didn't show you how the tablet comes out though, right? Just press a button here, and there you have a 10.1-inch tablet. Place it back, and there you have your netbook. You can adjust the screen like a harmonium. It's quite sturdy, I must say. And the screen resolution, well, it's 1366 by 768, which is good, but I can see my face on the screen. On the tablet itself, you'll find a micro USB and a micro HDMI port on the right landscape edge, along with a headphone jack and a micro SD card slot. The screen covering is Gorilla Glass, providing good anti-scratch protection. The body has solid construction, however the finish is a little glossy. It uses a 1.3 GHz quad-core Intel Atom Z3740 CPU. The Asus Transformer T100 has just 2 GB of RAM. With Windows, the option of apps is less, but whatever is there, it works fine. Talking about the battery, it lasts a good 11 hours, which is very impressive. There's no rear camera, only a front 1.2 megapixel camera, which is average. Nothing much to talk about here except that you can do Skype chatting. So go for the Asus Transformer T100 for its good performance, long battery life, its desktop apps, it's inexpensive, and it includes a keyboard dock. The cons would be a cramped keyboard, especially the touchpad, and a cheap build quality.